Over the last couple of weeks, I've been trying my best to just trade all of my usual trading with cryptocurrency on different exchanges on this iPad, and I gotta say the results are absolutely horrendous. It is now 2021. New Year's bring change. A chance to get things right. A chance to change the way that we do things. To change the way that we do business. Okay, so I've actually been doing this now for only a few days, and I've got to say, trying to trade on a phone is absolutely terrible. In fact, over the last few years, whenever I have actually traded on a phone, I have always, without fail, lost money. So it's going to be really interesting over the next few weeks trying to figure out just which is the best one to use, not just on iPhone, but also on iPad as well. So, you know, if you want to know which is the best exchange, keep on watching and we're going to figure this out. Well, it's been a couple of weeks now and I've been trying my best to actually trade on this iPad, and I've got to say it's very, very difficult, and we're going to be taking a look at what the best exchanges are that you can use on this iPad, the best apps, and also the worst app. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video showing my usual setup that I've been used to and very, very comfortable with over the last couple of years. I got two screens. I can watch about 16 different cryptocurrencies on there all of the time, all day long. But now, if you're just going to be using like an iPhone or an iPad, it's a complete game changer and not for the better. So let's take a look at some of these apps right now. What we've got here is Binance, which you would assume would be the best option. Now, Binance, they last year or the year before, I believe they made about $1 billion, well over $1 billion. So you'd think that they could invest some of that into their app. Unfortunately, this is what it looks like right here. So they've only actually made it for the iPhone, not really for the iPad. It is super duper small. You can enlarge it a little bit, but of course, one of the main problems is it's all over to the side. And if you're using something like this, you know, what are you going to do? Stack it up on the side and use it and then type sideways? I mean, this just isn't very usable on the iPad at all. So I was very, very disappointed in Binance. You can see here, by the way, that if you're following our crypto signals over on our site, Mitru.ninja, now I began this at the beginning of the month. I had 0.1 Bitcoin. I put in this fresh Binance account, and I'm now up over 10%. Well, I believe that's about 15% so far. Now, over on the signals, you know, they do say about 20%, but of course, I don't actually trade every single 4 hours because I like to sleep, I like to spend time with my family, I like to eat. So I don't trade all the signals, but I do try during the day, but I don't do it very, very well. But still, it's up great anyway. So that's Binance, and I've got to say, it's not very good at all. I was extremely disappointed. I was hoping to use this like when we go out to the Philippines and Singapore and Australia, hopefully later this year if this COVID stuff finishes sometime soon. I was hoping to use Binance while I'm out there, but I've got to say, on the iPad like this, I just can't do it. So Binance, if you're watching, please guys, invest some of that $1 billion profit and get yourself a better app for people like me and everyone else to use, because this just is not good enough. And to show you quickly something which is more what you would expect, over here we have Cmc Market. So Cmc Markets is something I used to trade on back when I used to trade like stocks and shares and indices and Forex and all that sort of stuff. And this is what it looks like. And you can trade here commodities, currency, ETFs, Forex, everything like I just said. But you can't any longer trade cryptocurrencies on here. You used to be able to a couple of weeks ago, but the FCA here in the UK, the Financial Conduct Authority, changed the rules on crypto derivatives. So you can no longer trade CFDs for Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of that. But you can trade derivatives in just about everything else for some reason. So I don't know why they've sort of singled out cryptocurrencies, because you're free to lose money on anything else, just not crypto. I don't know, it's a bit bizarre. But on here, so basically if we have a look at commodities, we've got all of the commodities here listed, and then you can see it's very nice and easy to use. So let's just say we're going to take a look at Brent crude, and there you go. You can see the chart, you can see your positions, orders, executions. It's very, very easy to just set up a simple buy or a sell order. This is a great platform. Now, unfortunately, as I said, you can't use it for cryptocurrency, but if only Binance or somebody would create a proper application to use to trade on the go, on your laptop, something like this from CMC Markets is absolutely fantastic. So we don't have that. What we do have is KuCoin, and KuCoin have done a better job than Binance did. So it's a little bit bigger. It does fit full screen. You can see here on the trade-in, the clear obvious problem is, again, no matter how much you try to turn it to make it go the right way, it's still just lopsided over on the end there. So yeah, just not really that usable unless you want to, as I say, just type sideways on your iPad. So KuCoin is better than Binance, but not really that usable, I don't feel. And then on to a complete shocker. So now HitBTC. If we take a look at HitBTC, boom, terrible exchange, not the best on fees or anything like that, but just check it out. It's quite easy to use. You can see all of your orders you've got there. You've got your exchange, all of the markets, so you can quickly go through and look to trade whatever you want. We got some charts on there. I've got to say, HitBTC so far looking pretty good. I do quite like their platform. I don't like their fees. If I was on my usual desktop, I wouldn't be using HitBTC. But here on the iPad, they've done a much better job than both Binance and OKX. So HitBTC, definitely do not dismiss it if you are working on an iPad. And now we move on to one which is, I believe, even better than HitBTC. That is OKX. And here you can see OKX. Again, you can go over to your assets and you see I don't have an awful lot in OKX. I've never had the most amount of trust in OKX, but I've got to say, as far as the app goes, they've done a much better job. You can go over here, you can just click this little button at the top here, up in the top right. You can check out the charts. You can even change the charts and put a bunch of different stuff on there and lines and whatever you want to do. So it's pretty good. The only weird thing about this is trying to get back to the normal page to actually put on a trade. So let's just say that this is Ethereum USDT. So say if we want to actually sell Ethereum at this point or maybe buy it, we need to go back to that page where we can buy and sell. So you've got a little X up there. You can click that, and then the whole thing gets lopsided again. And then if you try and put it straight, then you go back to the chart. Okay, so very, very confusing. What you have to do is just press the X, and then in the bottom, what would be the bottom left, you click the little arrow there, and then you go back. Again, you're still lopsided, so you have to do the little shimmy and change it all back up. So it is far from perfect. But as far as actual proper cryptocurrency exchanges, platforms go here on the iPad, it's probably the best one, to be quite honest. You know, I'd say it's better than HitBTC because the fees are a lot lower than HitBTC. But HitBTC, to be fair, is probably a better, easier application to use than this one. And what we're left with here is what I use. So back in the little clip that you saw back from 2017, I was out there in the Philippines and Australia, and I turned $500 into over 10,000, in fact, over 11,000 at one point. Hi, I'm Ben. This is my wife Gigi, and we set out in 2017 on our journey to follow our passion and own our very first hotel. While away in Australia and the Philippines, I rediscovered Bitcoin, and by the time we came back home some 3 months later, I had turned $500 into over $10,000 just by trading crypto. I was hooked and started this YouTube channel to help others profit from crypto. Today, we also have our site Mutu.ninja to help our growing community with tools ranging from training videos to trading signals, and we continue to build in new features all of the time. Our goal, however, has not changed. We're still striving for that first hotel, but we know that trading the crypto markets is going to be our best chance of success. Welcome to another step along the road as we get that bit closer to finding our new home, our new business, the hotel. And this is what I was using, Etoro, and Etoro is great. It really is. So the only big problem with Etoro, of course, like HitBTC, is the fees. I believe if you're going to buy something like XRP, let's just take a look at that right now. So here we go. This is XRP. You can head over here. You can see everything looks great on the iPad. It's very easy to see. We can check out the stats. We can check out the chart. Everything's very intuitive and easy to use. It's by far the best application. So if you're sort of new to cryptocurrency investing, it's definitely a good starting place. It certainly worked for me. But the main problem is the fees. So XRP, that's going to cost you about 4.75% just to buy a trade in XRP. So that means you need the market to go up almost 5% just for you to break even on getting out of that position. So not really usable for trading, which is why I totally backed away from eToro and started using other platforms to trade cryptocurrency ever since 2017. I didn't really do much at all on eToro, but now, because of, if you are going abroad and all the rest of it, like I'm going to be looking to do, I've got to say eToro is the easiest platform to use. There's no doubt about that. Just a shame with the fees. Okay, so you can't really trade day in, day out like I do on my usual setup where, I'm just trading maybe like 100 trades in a day. Definitely can't do that on eToro because the fees are way too high. So that's it, guys. That is the shocking state of affairs with these cryptocurrency exchanges. If you're going to trade on an iPad, it is not the best. I really, really want something like Binance or KuCoin to actually step up a gear and create a decent application for trading, just like CMC Markets or maybe Etoro. They've put together some really great platforms there. The rest of the cryptocurrency applications are really not up to standard at all. The best that I've found so far, HitBTC and OKX, both have their problems. There's no doubt about that. They're not very usable at all, but more usable, surprisingly, than Binance and KuCoin, which is crazy. I think, personally, the best thing to do if you are trading on an iPad is just to go to the browser, go over to the Brave browser or whatever that you're using, and then simply go to Binance or KuCoin or whatever it is that you want to trade on in the browser, forget about the apps completely, and just use the browser. It's far better. So if you are looking to get into trading on an iPad, then I hope that you've found this video useful in some way. If you know something better that I've missed, a better application, please do let me know down in the comments below because I will be using it. And anyway, that is it. That's all I've got for you for this week, and I'll see you again in the next video.